So you're dabbling in all kinds of different things. Let's talk a little bit about what you did over the course of the last year, because COVID has, of course, not been kind for many, and has been brutal in very different ways. You had the unique experience and the perspective of cameras on you with HBO, of course, Wall Street. You left them rolling, and it was supposed to follow you while you navigated your role in several up and coming businesses, but instead it really chronicles a struggle during COVID. How difficult was that to have the world looking at your struggles in somewhat real time, Mark?
Uh, well, for me, we just wanted to be honest. I mean, we always felt like the show should be about what's happening within the businesses. So that was pretty easy. We weren't really trying to create storylines or things of that nature. And then, of course, when COVID hit, that was what was happening. We 2,000 some odd studios closing, all of our restaurants closing, all of our film and television business was put on hold. The world really came to a halt. And, I think what people really appreciated was our honest depiction of, the ups and downs struggles of business. Everybody on social media is always showing how life is so perfect and, people are always winning. And it's not really relatable. I've always wanted to be in touch with real people. I come from a real place. I'm fortunate enough to find a business that has taken me all over the world and allowed me to experience many different things and see many different things. But I've always kind of stayed connected to my roots, which is why I love being in business in Middle America, in Michigan, in Ohio, in Iowa, and places like that. I'm, try to stay connected to people as much as possible. And so they really found it relatable, and hopefully young entrepreneurs also found it inspiring, and also, taught them a few things. I've certainly learned along the way. I wasn't pretending to know everything. I want to learn and grow, and the only way to do that is to be involved. That's why I said earlier, when you talk about things that are off limits, things that I put my name on are things that I'm going to genuinely be a part of and be involved with.
At its lowest point over the course of the last 12, 16 months, how hard was it? I mean, you're trying to manage a consortium of different businesses across all kinds of segments. But as you said, you reached a point where things really ground to a halt. But maybe how hard was it, and what did you learn about yourself?
I continue to hopefully learn and evolve every day. I think, I was most worried about customers, our franchisees, our other partners who I know are really struggling. I was able to still, with the right protocols in place for COVID protection, do two projects. So I kept myself busy, but seeing how it affected my children and I know my friends' children and just how it affected everybody, but I think really the silver lining in all of it is that people will come back stronger and more focused on taking care of themselves, being healthier, eating right, exercise, and just being overall mindful of their health and wellness. But my kids' grades started to suffer. They're sitting in the Zoom class. They don't have interaction with their friends. It was, people not getting to graduate and experience things that they wanted to, proms. I mean, across the board, everything was completely, canceled and avoided. So it was tough to watch and tough to see and tough to experience. But realize that people are really tough and people are coming back stronger than ever, and that's a wonderful thing because people really want to have experience. They want to have interaction. When I went to an F45 the other day, people were nearly in tears.
Yeah.
They had people who were really part of their community and part of their life. And a big part of their fitness journey and their success. So it was nice to see things starting to come back. I think Los Angeles is open 100% on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 15th. So this is finally. It was one of those things where we were about to start shooting a movie. We got shut down the day before we started. Actually, the day we were shooting in Germany, and then we went back and we figured, okay, we'll be back 4 or 5 weeks. And then it was 4 or 5 months. And then you started thinking, oh, my God, from going from thinking, this will pass quickly and everybody will be, they'll get under control to thinking, will it ever be back to normal? I mean, there was lots of uncertainty, obviously, so.